Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining another LeadSquared webinar. I am Shivani and I work for the marketing team at LeadSquared. So this week is all about education. We are dedicating this week to the folks in the education sector. It is primarily the higher education week, an expert session on enrollment. So we have two sessions coming up this week, which one being today and one being tomorrow, where we'll be discussing everything about the enrollment process. So today, specifically, we are talking about enrollment growth, and tomorrow we will be talking about enrollment on the go. So let's get started straight away. I have two speakers with me who are going to take us through this session and going to explain about what's in store for us in terms of enrollments in the coming year, what are the strategies to take up, and a lot more. So with that, let me get started first. I'd like to introduce Murli. So Murli is the VP of Sales at Leadsquare, and he's no stranger to this platform. He has done so many webinars for us. So Murli, please share a few lines about yourself to those who don't know you, your experience in this sector, and where are you joining us from today?
Yeah, thanks, Shivani. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Murli, and I head sales at LeadSquared. Specifically, I am also taking care of the education segment across India for LeadSquare. So I come with around 12 plus years of overall experience in sales and at least 4 plus years precisely talking to colleges a day in and day out. Today, I'm here to share my experience along with Pankaj from Ebenzer, who basically is one of the greatest minds from Ebenzer in terms of admissions and managing the admission processes, marketing as well, right? So today session will more focus on the enrollment journey, and with that note, now it's over to Pankaj. Pankaj, a quick introduction about you will be helpful.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pankaj Roy. I'm the Executive Director of Ebenezer Group of Institution. It is located in Bengaluru. So I have started my career in 2006, and I started my career with a Korean education consultancy, where we used to bring students from South Korea and give admission to different international schools. So after that, I shifted to MBA institutions and hardcore education. So almost 18 years, and last 8 months, I have taken over one institution in Bangalore, Ebenezer Group of Institution, and started my journey as an entrepreneur. Before I was a salaried employee. But from this year, I know this is a very wrong time to take such a tough stage, but I thought if we have to take something, why not now? So I must tell that this last 8 years experience was very wonderful for us, very challenging because the time was very much wrong for us. That huge pandemic since last 2 years, and everybody were unsure about what is waiting for us tomorrow. But still, I think with the support of my entire team, we have a very small team, but still, I think last 8 months only we got an opportunity to establish our brand. And I must tell you that Ebenezer Group of Institution was in such a stage where the previous owner, they gave one letter to the university saying that we cannot run it, so please shut it down. So you can tell that we dig the grave and took this, dead body and gave life. Yeah. And this 8 months effort, finally, I can proudly tell you that we have 103 management, student UG. We have 120 nursing student and 50 student for B Pharma and paramedical. So overall, I think we have some around 270 students. That is a hard work of our 8-9 months. So yes, this is about me and my institution, Ebenezer Group of Institution. So now let us go deep into this topic. Over to Shivani.
Sure. Before I disappear and let you both take us through the webinar today, just a quick reminder to everyone who has joined us. Please post your questions in the question tab. And if you'd like to compliment us or share any feedback on how you are liking the presentation, put that on chat. It just helps us differentiate the questions from the comments. With that, I will let our experts take over the panel.
Yeah, Pankaj, go ahead.
Okay, fine. So now it is my turn. See, now today's topic is how digital helps attract and convert faster. So before I talk about it, I feel it is my responsibility to declare that I am not here to teach you anything, because I know all you are expert in your own field. So what I can do is I can just share my experience to you. If you feel that yes, anything that is useful for you, please take it and try. Okay, so yes, with this declaration, so many people think that what is the necessity of marketing in colleges? Colleges is a noble, business, and our education and healthcare. These two things we feel very sensitive. We don't feel like we feel it's a noble act, and we should treat it in that way. But today's scenario is different, I feel. Education is, of course, it is a noble task, but again, also, how am I going to pay to my employees? If I have to give something, I need money. So to do this, of course, we have to take it in a business. But business does not mean that only making money. We should have some ethic, some something, some intention to give back to the society. So to do this, again, marketing is needed for this college. First thing, what I believe is, announce your presence among competitors. Like, I will give you my example. When I took over Ebenezer Group of Institution in the month of March, that time nobody knew what is Ebenezer Group of Institution, because it was a dead college. And that time there were so many big players there already existing. Now, how am I going to, present myself? I need some way, right? What is the way? Yes, of course, that is marketing. Through marketing only, I can tell people, see, boss, this is not dead. We are still there in the market. Come and join us. Now, second thing is, you have to create a separate identity. Like I said, that there are many colleges there in Bangalore, and again, if you compare all over India, how am I going to make myself different than the crowd? Because when you are inside a crowd, you are invisible. There are many. How people will know that which one is you? Very difficult. So definitely you have to do something. Imagine if there is a crowd, and in that crowd, one person is waving hand. What happened is, you can actually focus on the person who is waving their hand, right? So I feel marketing is exactly that, how you are making yourself separate. And now the third point, what I believe is, you have to engage the crowd with your brand. Now, how you can do that? How you can engage? Can do a lot of activities, lot of online activities, Facebook, Insta, and you always have to make people believe that you are still there in the market. The moment you go silent, and somebody else will come and occupy your potential customer's mind, and now your crowd will slowly move from you, and then they will go to the new person. So always I feel some or other way you have to create some noise to make people know that you are existing in the market and you need their attention. It's very important. How can you do that? Again, you can do this through marketing activities. Create your image. That part, I feel it is very important. So before you start your marketing, I think you have to decide what kind of image you want to create. Like, some institution believe that they want to become a kind of sports oriented institution. Some are more inclined towards cultural activities. Like I will give our example. We took, social responsibility is our image. So we tell that we create a socially responsible citizen. So many activities we do that is, social activity oriented. Like I will tell you, we are in Bangalore. When our student came, first thing what we did is we did one small event, that is called, Teach Me Kannada. It's a very unique idea we introduced because students, they're coming from various part of India, and they come and stay here in Bangalore. Many a time they completely settle here. But still, after many years, they don't know the local language, and that creates a lot of frustration among the local people. So we thought as an education institution, why don't we take a small initiative? So we, send our student to this local market, and we told them that you meet 10 people and learn 10 daily use, sentences in Kannada, and you have to by heart it. After 2 days after, we will ask you, if you give a correct answer, you get reward. And trust me, students were so interested and enthusiastic. They all went to the market, met people, and they took note of it, and they really enjoyed. One act. Now, second thing is our nursing students participated in vaccination drive, where they have vaccinated, I think, 7,000 plus people. They have gone to different villages and they created awareness with the association with BBMP. That we did. Again, next week we are tying up with Radio Mirchi, and we are raising fund for metro laborers winter wear like blanket and this. So why I'm telling you, because these all activities we are doing because we want to create an identity to the market that yes, even is a group of institution, they are very much socially responsible. That is how we feel that would be our image. So you can decide your image and stick on to it. Keep doing this thing repeatedly, and always give an impression that yes, you are into this thing. Now, the most important part, what I feel is gain trust of people. This is, I think, most important part, because whatever marketing we are doing, ultimately what do you want? We want admissions. And how one unknown stranger will take a decision that yes, I have to go to this particular institution. So you have to keep giving them information, you have to keep giving them positive responses, and finally you have to develop trust in them, so that without even seeing your campus, they decide, yes, I want to go to this institution and I want to join there. Now this trust is a very funny fact. How I feel, trust is something like your kid. Like we get a baby after their birth, and then we raise them, we nurture them, and slowly this baby, the kid grows, and after sometimes the baby become your, what can I say? You can depend on this baby, and that baby grows, and that baby can take care of you. So trust is same like that, I feel. First you have to develop the trust in somebody. You have to ignite the trust. It is a very small trust they will start with. Then you have to nurture the trust, and again, same like baby, you have to protect the trust. That is very important. You don't protect the trust, anytime it may break. It's very fragile. So that trust, after gaining, it is your responsibility to protect. When you are done with this, I think most of your problem is solved. Now next, after talking so many things about marketing, is marketing the key of admissions? Many people, they believe that more money I pump into the market, I get more visibility, and I get more admission. I think this is a very wrong concept, my dear friends, because marketing, I believe, it's a display, it's a monitor where you can only show that what all you are doing. Same way, marketing is more important also is, operation, like what all activities you are doing, what actually you are doing, what actually you are giving to your students. Many of institutions, even I know in my friends also in Bangalore, there are many colleges, they are more interested into marketing, publicity. But when student comes to the college, many of them, they don't get a proper hostel facility. They don't get proper they don't have proper what can I say, teaching staff. They don't get proper facility. Now that is a disaster. That is a disaster. Why? Your entire marketing money, your effort, everything is gone, because if your content is not good, if your delivery is not good, how long you can fool people only with marketing? Doesn't happen. It will be a very temporary solution. It is like misguiding people and cheating people. So if you really want to establish your brand and want to get more number of admission, more than marketing, you have to focus on your operation. Operation in the sense, you have to make sure that they are getting good, what can I say, faculty. You spend more money on, giving more facility to the students. You create one proper system and make sure that you are not troubling students for anything. Because many cases we see after admission, the college start asking, pay me this money, pay me that money. Every single month they will keep asking money, and that annoy the student. And then student goes out and give a very bad feedback about your institution. Now, after a lot of marketing, when you bring one lead to your college, the lead will enter into your college. They will see everything. Your counselor will spend 1 hour time. Going time, that particular lead will call one student and ask, how is this college? And this particular student, your college student, say, ayo, gone. Your entire effort, your entire money, everything is gone. So it is very important that you keep your existing student happy, more than marketing. I feel that will help you. So again, please remember, marketing is a monitor, it's a display. But main thing happens, your operation, how your institution is functioning. Now, after all we talk about this marketing, people usually get confused that what marketing we should do. Is it we should go for online marketing or we should go for offline marketing? So I feel, what I understand, if again it depends on the nature of business. Like if it is a small, if your business require a small market, your business need to cover a small market, there I think offline business is better. Say example, I'm running one tailor shop, or I'm running one saloon. I don't need people coming from all over the city. I need people to come from my local area. So I am giving some banner, I'm giving some posters, and that much is enough. But when this business is big and the market is also, we are targeting a huge market, like say India, it's a huge market. Now covering this entire country with only offline marketing is impossible. We cannot do that. So what we do in that kind of businesses, yes, online is the best solution. Okay, so online there are many positive points. There are many positive things that makes things easy. Like one example, I always used to get in the beginning of my career, when some publisher comes to me and tell that, sir, you have to give one banner, and there you need to spend some 4 lakhs or 3 lakhs. And I used to get surprised. What? One small piece of artwork and you want to spend 2 lakhs? It's not going to happen. So I used to get very surprised. But later I realized that. So what is the objective of a banner? If it is a offline, banner, if I'm one whole about my institution, I expect a number of people who are crossing that road. They will see my brand, and then they will know my brand, and maybe I will get some conversion from that crowd. That is the whole idea of a banner. So imagine, for example, if I give one banner next to a main road, and 100 people going from those roads, they are seeing my banner. That's offline banner, huge hoarding. For that, every month I'm paying 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs rent. And out of this 100, maybe only 10% is my potential customer. Other 90%, they are just going and seeing. Now imagine I am giving one banner to any of my publishers' websites, say College Dunia or Shiksha or anywhere. So there also again every day I can expect at least 100 followers, 100 students, they may coming there, they are logging in, and maybe 100 potential students, they are seeing my banner. Now the important part here is, here in this publishers panel, if 100 people are coming and seeing my banner, out of this 100 itself is my potential customer. So people, if they are not interested, they will not come into this portal. So if they are coming to this portal, they're definitely looking for something. So here I am targeting the right candidate with my banner. So even if I'm investing maybe 1/10 of the investment what I'm doing for offline, of course it works. Finally, my outcome will be better.
So Pankaj, from your last 8 months of experience, right? What really worked for Ebenezer Group from the marketing side? I mean, online, offline, or a
Yes, I
combination?
was just about to come to that, Murali.
Okay.
Of course, online worked very good for us. Like this when we started, pandemic was there, and some 3-4 months there was in lockdown. Technically, we could not do any offline activity.
Okay.
Okay, so everything, whatever I'm telling you now, it is out of my experience, what we have experienced in this 8 months, and how we have gone to this online and got benefit out of it.
So in online, Pankaj, any specific channels which you have more conversions, or which you analyze that these are the better channels for you?
Yeah, I will just come back to you that point just in this next slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Go on. Yeah.
Yeah. So now drawback of offline and advantage of online, I think by now all of you know. So I don't need to waste time on that. Let me just go back to the point that Murli raised. That is online sources and offline sources. What all worked for us. Now, this entire exercise is a lead generation exercise. Now, what is lead? People who are doing admission. I must tell you that you have to understand the value of a lead. You have to have your love for lead. Many of time I have seen that when you have plenty of leads, you neglect that lead, and sometimes many of our counselors, they waste that lead. That should be very painful for the people who are doing admission, because every single lead is the cause of our all activities, and every single lead has the potential to become one admission. We don't know, right, which lead is finally ending up with admission. Who knows? Whatever lead I am ignoring, I'm not following up, maybe tomorrow that's going to be my admission. So it is very important to have love for your every single lead. Okay, so this is what is lead. Whatever circus we do, finally some people will show some interest on my institution, that is my lead. Now after that, what will happen, we don't know. That will come with this exercise. Now how we get this lead, how we, Ebenezer, we got lead. We have two sources. We got some online sources of lead, and we had some offline sources of also lead. So these online sources, there are publishers lead, publishers like I said you, like College Dunia, Shiksha, and then Get My Uni, Career 360. There are many publishers panel, and different people, they work differently with people. For us, to be very honest, College Dunia worked wonderfully. We got many admissions from College Dunia. So these publishers, if when you register with them as per your contract, they will be sending you different leads, and you have to follow up and you do. Google ad, that is one more thing really worked for us. You have to have your own in-house team, and they will do a lot of Google ads, remarketing, and then so many other AdWords, and through that Google also will give you some leads. Landing page, you have your landing page and link with different other websites. People go to that website, finally come to your landing page, and then they fill your data, you have their leads. Social media leads, Facebook, Instagram, that you get lead, but here again conversion ratio will be very minimal, because Facebook people usually go for different purposes. But still, yes, some leads you can generate from there. Website form and the brochure download, that though after many sources people will go to your website, they will fill application, you get the lead. And now online inquiries. So when people go to your website, there will be one pop-up like, WhatsApp chat, or hi, I am your assistant. Some chat box will come through there. Also you get some lead. These are the online sources. And offline, like we can purchase leads from different exams. We do seminars many places. That did not work very well, because hardly 2 or 3 seminars we got an opportunity. But again, you can generate lead from seminars. Education fair, you can participate, you can generate lead. Incoming calls, here we have one vendor, that is MQ. That is also working very good for us. Why I'm telling these names, because who knows, it may help you. Okay, so this MQ calls also, you can get a complete record that from which number call is coming, what time, who is receiving the call, and then recording also will be there. So later you can hear your telecallers how they are talking. So it is also working good. Now agents lead, some education consultants will be there. They will directly share some lead. This will be inorganic lead. And walk-ins and reference. So people will directly come to your office, visit, and then you will get some leads. So this is how the sources of leads. Murali, is it fine?
Yeah.
Is it satisfy you?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So I think it will be useful for the audience as well to know online is definitely working better. And
yes,
at the market feedback from the last at least 1.5 to 2 years, online has drastic change in terms of number of leads versus conversions as well. I think audience will also be in sync on the same lines. And Pankaj, from the offline conversions perspective, out of these all offline channels, which one you think is giving, like agents or partners are giving enough leads?
Yeah, agents always works good. If you are running one institution that is targeting students from all over India, you definitely need agents. You definitely need people who are education consultants, because from institutions, say I am a manager group of institutions staying in Bangalore, it's not possible for me to go to every corner of India and do activities. So this education consultant, they will do activities in their local area, and locally they will generate leads and admissions, and they will transfer it to you.
Okay.
So yes, that is the only, I think, offline sources that work for us this time.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll go to the next slide.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, as I told you that there are various sources of leads, how we can generate. So my biggest problem was last time, how do I manage these leads? I was facing a huge problem just managing these leads. Imagine I'm getting leads from publishers, I'm getting leads from, website, many different places. My big problem was I need one place where I can store all these leads. So publishers will have their own, LMS, lead management system, and then at Google will have their different LMS, and website data that is coming, that will have some different thing. If I get leads from some publishers, they will not have any LMS, so I have to create one Excel sheet. So I had multiple Google sheet. That was my biggest problem, because I don't have a proper place where I can store all these data. So I will create Google sheet and I will share with my telecounselors. So I will have some around 20-25 Google sheet, and I used to go crazy to find out which data is from which Google sheet. That was a huge problem. Now after that, what my problem was, when I get leads from these different places, I need one particular person. I assigned one person. Their job is to analyze these leads, which are from West Bengal, which are from Northeast, which are from South India. So they will assign, and then they will distribute to one telecounselor, like South Indian telecounselor, North Indian telecounselor. So there we need one person. So again, one person will be there who will be gathering data from all these places, and then they will distribute. So I had 3 people to handle this data, and again, always confusion. Now another big problem was conflict. One data I get from College Dunia, again same data after 2 days I get from Shiksha. Now College Dunia's data I have assigned to X telecounselor, Shiksha's data got Y telecounselor. Tomorrow both of them, they will come and fight with me. This is my admission, this is my admission. And several times this problem I have faced. And after that, one more big problem was, I think that is the biggest problem how people do not make admission, is lack of follow-up. If you do not do proper follow-up, then your productivity will be very less. And now here, as they don't have a proper process of understanding that which follow-up is there today, which follow-up is there tomorrow, because we have multiple places from where the data are coming. So we always used to lack follow-up, and because of that, I think I have lost many admissions also. Data miss, again sometimes data will come, they will not upload it on time, so this data is gone. Like incoming calls, last year I think we did not have a proper system of recording, so all incoming calls data is gone, we could not able to follow up properly. And now publishers problem, and then misunderstanding. Publishers, they don't have any kind of clarity that how many admission college has made. So publisher will come and demand that I have given you 20 admission, but in my record there will be 16 admission and 4 admission is done by my people. So again there will be one misunderstanding. Yeah, this is what all problems I have faced. So Murali, if you can explain how
Yeah, I
this.
think definitely these are problems faced by most of the colleges. I mean, small colleges, big colleges, doesn't matter. In these kind of scenarios where the basic lead capturing process or distributing the lead to the respective counselor or assigning them or notifying them about follow-ups, I think these are the basic CRM requirements or the hygiene which college need to follow to ensure, number one, there is no gap in terms of communication. Number two, you increase the efficiency of your counselor, right? And number three, obviously, to reduce the manual efforts which are involved, right? Now, LeadSquared definitely comes as a definite solution to most of these problems, or I mean, all of these problems, right? So, LeadSquared definitely have a one-stop solution to solve all these, at one go. Yeah.
Yes. So would you like to explain this drawing
Sure.
that is
So
shown?
basically, what we have seen in practical college scenario is each college works with multiple channels, which Pankaj already pointed out, be it online, offline, partner channel, or people coming, walking into your campus, filling the inquiry form, or a lot of online channels, right? Be it your website, Google, Facebook, Instagram, whatnot, right? So any online channel where you have your presence. And if you are a large college or a university, then the problems will be much bigger because you are spending a lot on marketing already, right? And every lead becomes very valuable and important, right? So the problem statement here is how you can seamlessly capture data coming from all these sources. That's the clusters which you have, where you have online, offline, and channels, and how these can centrally come into a single system so that you know which source is working out for you, which source is good, which source is getting conversions also, right? Now, once you have data in the system or the student inquiries getting captured, the next important problem statement is how you can reduce manual intervention in terms of distributing these leads, notifying the counselor, and making sure the lead or the student is contacted on time. In a lot of scenarios, we have seen where the student fills the form, the counselor calls after 2 days, right? That's the only reason is there is no notification for the counselor. The lead got somewhere in his email box, and obviously there is no follow-up task created for him to call immediately, right? Or there is no set process or defined turnaround time to call the student, right? Now that is where platform like LeadSquared come into picture, where basically to streamline the whole capturing process and lead distribution process. Now, the other important challenge is there are multiple teams involved, right? When I say multiple teams, you have marketing team who is running campaigns. There is a publisher team or an account manager from each of these publishers who is working with your marketing team to run campaigns and generate leads for your campus or college, right? And then you have your offline front office teams or the incoming call handling teams where any incoming call lands on a particular counselor's desk and he answers the basic questions, etc. Right? Now, if there is no uniqueness of the lead, like which lead, how many, or let's say based on the mobile number or email ID, now what happens is the student gets unnecessary calls from multiple people, right? And you're at the end of the day not having the right student experience, and not setting the right brand as a college, right? And obviously internal conflicts is something which again will kill the manager's time, and individual will start fighting for leads, right? Some counselor will say this is my admission, and other counselor will say this is my admission, and this continues, right? There is no end to these fights. And counselors is one side of the story. The other side is who should get the credit from the marketing side, right? Either the publisher should get the credit, or publisher too. That also is a very thin line, to basically have a healthy relationship with the partners, right? So to manage all of this, you definitely need to have a robust solution. And when I say robust, should be easy to implement and quick to understand, and the user should adapt very, very quickly, right? So that's where LeadSquared comes as a platform to solve all of these pointers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes. So I will come to that, how, LeadSquare helped me to overcome all this problem.
Yeah, I'll be happy to listen from you, Pankaj, obviously. Yeah. Please go on.
Yes. So now I think I was a little unlucky because I got to know about, LeadSquare in, my last 3 months before my, just almost, 3 months before I end this, our admission
season. Yeah.
Yes. But again, last, I think now it is 4 months we have been using, LeadSquare, and places where I felt that LeadSquare actually addressed my problem and made my life easy. So I just want to share all this thing. First thing, what I have experienced with LeadSquare is, yes, you are right, that I have a complete control over my data. Like I said, that I was lacking one particular space where I can store all these leads. Now, anywhere the data is coming, only one place to store that is LeadSquare. There are no other option or no other way you can store your data. So now, whatever source it is, I get everything, all data in one place. So that is a biggest relief for me. I don't need to hunt for 100, Google Sheet. I don't need to search different, places. My all problem is solved. But yes, one unfortunate thing happened. My data analyst, he lost his job because
Yeah, we reduce manual intervention.
Yes. No, that 3 manpower is saved now, trust me. So this poor guy, he lost his job, but still we have shifted him to some other responsibility now. But yes, that better, control is of course there. Second wonderful thing happens is now I don't have any conflict problem. I don't spend half of my day solving that who should get this admission. Because the moment any lead is coming from any source, that wonderful automation automatically sends lead to one particular telecounselor. So now imagine one lead A is coming from College Junior and it is automatically assigned to my ex telecounselor. Again, same A lead is coming from Shiksha, it will automatically come as a secondary lead. And this time they will not, and nobody else will be assigned because the system will show, yes, this data is already exist.
Correct.
So that saved my time. Now I don't need to be the judge and decide that who should get the lead. So it is very good. There is no scope of conflicts because it is very clear this particular lead belongs to which telecounselors. Yeah. Second, third thing comes is a better follow-up. Like I said, that the key of your success is how good your telecounselors are in follow-up. And again, telecounselors are also human. Or imagine they will be not highly skilled. Mostly the colleges who hire telecounselor, they will be semi-skilled. So you cannot expect that every time their brain will work like a machine. So they will have some, remembering problem. They may lose data. So many things happen. So here again, everything happens, automatically. Moment telecaller goes to their portal, there will be option that today's follow-up. So cut, all your today's follow-up is come. So what they will do is first start from the 1, 2, 3, today's follow-up, all is clear. So 20 follow-up is there, today's follow-up is clear. Now they will go to the next, new lead. So this way, I think telecounselors are also coming and praising me that, sir, you have saved our life. And same way, I convey the same praise to LeadSquare that you guys have saved my life. Yeah. So now many actions are automated and it is saving a lot of time. Like I will give you an example. What we have done this time, the moment one lead is assigned to any telecounselors, automatically one email will go to that lead saying that, hi, this is so and so, a telecounselor of thing. Now I am your personal assistant. Any admission related queries, contact me. Their photo, their mobile number, their email address. So no manual effort. Nobody need to do anything. Lead came immediately. Lead has assigned to this person. Automatically, email has gone. So that is a very fast, what kind of a process. And again, SMS we can add here any point of time. If somebody I called and this person did not receive second time, automatically SMS will go to him saying that I tried to contact you, but you are not available. Please call back in this number. So no manual effort. Things are automatically happening. I have set the rule first. I took, I think, 2 months to set everything. And yes, it is happening automatically. So it saves a lot of time. Now, telecounselors has a better visibility of lifespan of a lead. This is, again, I feel very important. Every lead comes with a particular life. If you catch that lead on the right time, there is a possibility to convert that lead is more. If you leave that lead idle for a longer period of time, this lead dies by itself. So this LeadSquare, helped us to understand that how much time you are taking to respond to any lead. Of course, our productivity is also increasing. Now, better control over telecounselors. This is again one very important help I have got from LeadSquare. Like I said, these telecounselors will be semi-skilled, so and young. So most of the time they may not have that kind of responsibility. So they may skip calling, they may chit chat and don't make full calls. Now, as you have a complete record of your all telecounselors, that how many leads were pending yesterday, today how many new leads has been converted to prospect or follow up, and what is the pending, you understand. Then immediately you get an idea that this particular telecounselor, how much time is they are investing for actual calling and how much time they are not working. So of course you can call these telecounselors and compare. See, your 4 other counselors, they have made this many calls. Why are you not making calls? So they are trapped. They have no way to escape. So this is so transparent. So I think that was a great help. Now, lastly, as I told you that this platform is very user friendly. That's what I felt. You are giving one mobile app that is very handy. I don't need to open my system and log in or nothing. Mobile is there. I open it immediately. One lead come, new lead add. Automatically lead is added. So it is very flawless and very fast. So I think this is how it made my life very easy. Last 4 months. But again, I regret I would have done it from before. Maybe my admission would have been 100 more.
Yep, we'll be happy to help you this season, Pankaj. Yeah. So we'll take a quick pause and ask for any questions from the audience in case any of you have any questions on any pointers which we discussed till now. We'll be happy to answer before we move forward. You can use the chat box as Shibani mentioned, and you can post your questions. We'll take a moment and answer them. So I think Sandeepan was asking about keywords from online marketing perspective. Pankaj, you want to throw some more light on that? So the question is, Are keywords important in terms of online marketing?
Of course, keyword is very important, but again, keywords comes with some certain amount of price. It completely depends upon the size of your business, size of your, what can I say, market, and of
Yeah.
course, size of your budget. But yes, keyword is important when you do online marketing.
Yeah, I think the location you operate, the courses which you are selling, and or the courses which you're offering, and the campus type of your campus, right? You have a specific audience, then you definitely need to spend on right keywords.
Yes, right. Yes.
So, will you do end-to-end admissions, Patrick? Definitely yes. So, LeadSquared comes as end-to-end admission enrollment platform, starting from inquiry till the enrollment. The whole admission process can be managed in LeadSquared. We are discussing more in detail in tomorrow's session. You can join that too. We'll be happy to share more insights tomorrow on that. Next question is functions and ways of LeadSquared, how much it will cost. Raju, we can definitely connect offline. We can share a detailed demo. Yeah, commercials are majorly dependent on the type of college and number of counselors you have and the courses which you're offering. We can discuss in detail. Sure. Yeah. So Pankaj, we have 10 more minutes, 14 more minutes. We'll quickly jump through. Any
Yes.
questions, team, you can please use the chat. You can post the questions and we'll pick it up before ending the session. Yeah.
So digital and conversion, I think almost I have already, covered. The whole idea is like, we say that how digital is helping us to make a faster conversion. So like I said that how after, using LeadSquare, things are getting easy and more systematic, more organized, and we are not missing anything. And finally, of course, the result is also, coming much faster than offline activities.
Correct.
Now, one more important thing is when you do this entire process, the moment a lead comes to you, till it is converting to one admission, or there is a possibility student says that not interested. Till that time, the journey of a student should be very pleasant. That again depends on how fast you can convert your lead. That is a very important. Like your easy application process is very important. And again, as I said, now everything is fast. So to student, if you give them one lengthy application form, there is a possibility that you may lose them. So you split your application in a small part, like first few information where mobile number and email address where you can reach to them again. So that part you keep one, then again, second step, third step. If you split application like that, I think it will be easy for the student and, it will be good. And second is on-time response. That is very crucial when you want to convert your lead. You have to give them a very, what can I say, positive feeling. The moment student reach to you, they should feel, yes, these people are good, they're responding properly. One lead comes and you call after 1 week, then as I said, that lead will have a very less span of time. Lead will be dead, somebody else will come and take it. So on-time response is very important, whether it is WhatsApp, email, SMS, or leads coming from other places, you should act on it very fast. And dedicated admission counselors you should have, and then seamless payment process is very important. And lastly, you have to create a good rapport with the person, like, a personal touch. You should feel like, yeah, I'm your advisor, I'm here to help you. That kind of thing works very good. I think yes, this is what I have from my end. Now, Murali, if you can please explain the technical part.
Sure. Yeah. Shivan, I'm not able to move the slide. Can you please help? Yeah. So the solution LeadSquared ideally solves the problems of the whole admission process, right? Starting from inquiry till enrollment. Whatever problem statements you have in terms of managing the whole journey, that's where LeadSquared comes as a one-stop solution. Shivani, the next slide, please. Yeah. So I think, Patrick, to your question, probably this is the answer. This slide basically explains on what LeadSquared does or what offerings LeadSquared have in terms of the right. So if you see in any student journey, you have a pre-application process which usually talks about the marketing activities, creating the funnel, creating your campaigns, right? Partners where you get data from. Now that's the pre-application journey wherein you are spending money, you are spending your resources to get the admissions or enrollments done. Now, once you have an inquiry, then your application journey starts, right? Wherein your student is ready to apply to your campus or a college or a course, and then on the journey starts from the application process. Now there is a application journey wherein to manage what data to collect, what information you want to collect, how is the payment process, etc. Then you have post application journey, which is once the student applies to your campus, what are the processes he follows to get the enrollment, right? Maybe there can be a group discussion, interview process, or a campus specific entrance tests are available for some colleges, universities, or there are processes of refund or cancellation after payment or any of these, right? Now all these processes can be seamlessly managed in LeadSquared. So that's where we come as a digital enrollment partner for colleges or universities, right? So we basically have each of these steps drilled down, and the solution is customizable, configurable, and easy to use for the counselors or the different teams who are part of the admissions, right? So that's where the journey of LeadSquared, that's where the solution of LeadSquared comes to manage the whole journey. Adding to it, our marketing platform helps to run your student engagement related campaigns as well, which ideally is one of them Pankaj already pointed out, where is sending an email, sending an SMS with the necessary details, right? Reminding them about the follow-up, reminding them, the counselors, about what actions to be taken. All of these are a default part of the platform, right? So that's where the solution comes handy. Now, obviously, tomorrow we'll discuss more in detail on each of these items and how LeadSquared can help you to overall increase conversions at each level or manage the dropouts at each level, right? Now, if you see, each of these points have different teams involved in the college perspective, right? So if I go to the next slide, Shivan, yeah. So now if you see here, these are the offerings of LeadSquared. The first and foremost offering obviously is a self-service student application portal. This basically helps you to create a seamless experience for the student who is visiting your website and want to apply. He can register himself, click on apply now and register, and then complete the whole application journey, right? Now, application process automation, this is more focusing on what steps are included in the application process and how you want to manage that, right? Now, what if somebody fills and drops off at step 1, step 2, step 3, or the step 5, which is payment? Now, at each of these steps, the journey can be very different, right? The person who filled everything and drops at a payment step probably is facing some issue in the final step of payment where you can contact him in the next 5 minutes, versus somebody who just registered and didn't even start application, right? So that's where the platform's automation capabilities comes into picture. Post application journeys, we usually talk about once the student applies, what are the steps you follow to give an admission, right? It can be verification of the documents, it can be GDPI processes, it can be entrance tests, or any other weightage related scoring. All of that comes into picture. Once the student gets enrolled and let's say he completes all the processes and gets enrolled, then comes your refund and cancellation processes, which is very minimal based on the type of college, but again takes a lot of manual intervention in terms of processing a refund, coordinating with the student and all of that. So in LeadSquared, what we have done is to create a refund module where the student can go onto the portal and withdraw the application or withdraw the seat, and immediately the counselor and the manager and the finance team gets notified, and they can complete the process very seamlessly and process the refund if it's falling under the preview timelines or the category, right? Student engagement automation is how seamlessly you can communicate with the student, be it email, SMS, WhatsApp, business, again very popular in the recent days. How you can seamlessly communicate with your student at each of these steps, right? And two specific modules which we recently started onboarding or started giving it to colleges. One is alumni management. So a lot of colleges invest time, money on managing their alumni network. for various reasons, right? Now, be it a fundraiser activity, be it inviting them for your campus for a guest lecture, or maybe placements, or any of the engagement metrics you want to do with your alumni network, we definitely have a solution for that. Placement processes, this is very precisely for the placement committees which you have, or the placement teams in the campus, to outreach to corporates and manage the placement process, right? How many how many corporates you are tied up with, what discussions are happening this year, how many people are coming to your campus for selections, what kind of openings they have. That process can also be managed. So last two are not related to admissions as such, but there is something which Leadsquared have a capability to offer, right? So I think with this quick note, we'll be open for questions. Tomorrow we'll be talking more on this. So tomorrow we'll be discussing in terms of different teams available in the admission process, starting from your marketing teams to management to anybody who is involved in the overall admission process, and how Leadsquared can help these teams to improve or overall increase the conversions by understanding the drop ratios at each step. I think that's where we'll be more keen on focusing on tomorrow's session. Yeah. So I think we will be happy to answer any questions on any of the topics or any of the pointers which you may have. We have still 4 more minutes. We completed early, I guess. So yeah, we rushed in the last 10 minutes.
I think I took a lot of time.
No problem. This webinar is for you, Pankaj, by the way. So we are happy that you shared your insights.
Absolutely. So as Murli said, if you have any other questions, please do share them here, or I hope to see you tomorrow at the session, which is on enabling admissions on the go with a virtual application process. So again, same time, same place. You'll receive the link 1 hour prior to the session. Please join us then. I do not see any further questions coming in, so I think we can call it today.
Okay, perfect. Pleasure having you, Pankaj, and glad that you shared all your insights, and we'll be happy to host more webinars with you in future.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I was really wanted to share, how it was, helping us, because if it helped institution like me who is just, starting, I think it can help many others. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Shivani.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you,
Take care.
everyone.
Bye-bye.